Welcome back to G Fun Facts Online, where we dive deep into the most mind-blowing facts our universe has to offer. Today, we're plunging into the ancient oceans, back to a time when giants ruled the waves. I am talking about a creature so colossal, so fierce, it makes the great white shark look like a goldfish. Get ready to meet the undisputed tyrant of the Jurassic seas, the Pliosaur. Imagine strolling along a beach and stumbling upon a piece of a monster. That's exactly what happened to fossil enthusiast Phil Jacobs in early 2022 on England's Jurassic coast. He found the snout of an enormous Pliosaur skull, sparking an epic excavation led by local paleontologist Steve Etches. And what they pulled from those cliffs? Pure paleontological gold, a 2-meter-long Pliosaur skull, 150 million years old. And get this, it's 95% intact. The upper and lower jaws are still locked together, with 130 razor-sharp teeth still in place. That's so rare, it's now in the Guinness World Records as the most well-preserved Pliosaur skull ever found. This isn't just any old Pliosaur, folks. Nicknamed the Kimmeridge Pliosaur, experts like Dr. Judith Sassoon from the University of Bristol think it might even be a new species. It has some unique features, especially around its snout, and a prominent bony crest on its head that might have even distinguished males from females. And here's a kicker. That crest might not have been fully formed, meaning this absolute unit could have still been a juvenile. Imagine how big the adults grew. This incredible find even caught the eye of the legendary Sir David Attenborough, who featured it in a BBC documentary called Attenborough and the Giant Sea Monster. Scientists are using CT scans and 3D modeling to peek inside the skull, figuring out its bone density, and even reconstructing its jaw muscles. The early estimates? A bite force comparable to a T-Rex. And the best part? They think the rest of this giant skeleton might still be waiting in those cliffs. The story is far from over. So what did these super predators actually look like? Picture a submarine, designed by nature for ultimate destruction. Pliosaurs had massive, crocodile-like heads, short, incredibly powerful necks, and streamlined torpedo-shaped bodies. Propulsion came from 4 huge paddle-like flippers. We're talking giants like Pliosaurus and Kronosaurus stretching over 10 to 12 meters? That's 33 to 40 feet. Some recent analyses of vertebrae suggest they could even reach a mind-boggling 14.4 meters, or nearly 47 feet. The skull of another famous UK find, the Weymouth Bay Pliosaur, measured a staggering 2.4 meters, or nearly 8 feet, long itself. And those jaws? Lined with enormous, conical, razor-sharp teeth, some as big as a T-Rex's. The back of each tooth even had fine ridges. This wasn't just for show. It helped them pierce flesh and quickly release, allowing for rapid, devastating attacks. With that kind of weaponry and bite force, their menu was pretty extensive. Fish, squid-like creatures, and even other large marine reptiles like ichthyosaurs and their long-necked cousins, the plesiosaurs. We found bite marks on other fossils that prove it. Scientists think they were ambush predators, lurking in the depths and then launching themselves at unsuspecting prey with terrifying bursts of speed. But they weren't just brute force. Recent scans of the Kimmeridge skull revealed sensory pits on its snout, connected to nerves and blood vessels. This suggests they could detect changes in water pressure, like a built-in prey detection system. Add to that good eyesight and a keen sense of smell, similar to modern sharks, and you have a perfectly adapted oceanic killing machine. Pliosaurs didn't just appear as titans overnight. They first popped up in the late Triassic, around 200 million years ago, but they were relatively minor players back then. The game changed around 170 million years ago, during the Middle Jurassic. A pliosaur called Lorrainosaurus, found in France, showed us that these reptiles became enormous apex predators much earlier than we thought. Lorrainosaurus was already over 6 meters long with jaws over 1.3 meters. This was when pliosaurs really stepped up and took charge, dominating the marine predator scene. The Pliosaurus genus itself hit on a winning formula. Their body plan was so effective it stayed largely unchanged for millions of years during the late Jurassic. That's pretty unusual for top predators, who often evolve rapidly. Fossils from places like the Kimmeridge Clay Formation in England have been key to understanding just how successful these ancient rulers were. During the Jurassic period, Europe wasn't like it is today. It was an archipelago, a chain of islands, with warm, shallow seas absolutely teeming with life, a perfect hunting ground for pliosaurs. And they weren't just a European phenomenon. Their fossils have been found all over the world, from North and South America to Australia. They truly had a global oceanic reign. But even the mightiest empires fall. While their long-necked plesiosaur relatives survived until the very end of the Cretaceous period, around 66 million years ago, the pliosaurs met their end much earlier, sometime between 89 and 94 million years ago. So what happened? The leading theory points to a major environmental upheaval, a disturbance in the global carbon cycle that led to periods where parts of the oceans became anoxic, meaning they lacked oxygen. This oceanic anoxic event seems to have hit pliosaurs and ichthyosaurs hard. As pliosaurs were declining, another group of massive marine reptiles, the mosasaurs, started to rise. They diversified and began to fill similar ecological roles, potentially outcompeting the struggling pliosaurs and sealing their fate. Ultimately, of course, all remaining large marine reptiles, including the last of the plesiosaurs, were wiped out by the same asteroid impact that ended the age of dinosaurs. The story of the pliosaur is a constantly evolving one, with each new fossil, like that incredible Kimmeridge skull, adding thrilling new chapters. These discoveries give us an unparalleled window into the past, helping us understand not just these magnificent creatures, but the dynamic and often brutal marine ecosystems they once ruled. The colossal pliosaur truly was the Jurassic's oceanic apex predator, a titan whose legacy continues to fascinate and inspire. That's all for this episode of G Fun Facts Online. Join us next time as we unearth more amazing truths. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. Stay curious, everyone.